Hello everybody, Chuck, Northside Guy, back with a fresh episode. Something different this time. My previous episodes have all focused on 1933 Gaudi. I think I've mentioned before I got back into the hobby in August of last year, about 8-9 months ago, and everything looked fresh and new and exciting. I wanted to buy up everything. And I also recognized very quickly that I really didn't know very much. So I, was making mistakes, learning from the mistakes, having fun all along the way, of course, unless I got ripped off, and we'll talk about that in another episode. But along the way, I was reading everything I could about baseball cards, of course, just because it was all-consuming. And one of the books I read, you can see it in the background to the right, is The Modern Baseball Card Investor by Jeff Hwang, H-W-A-N-G. And in this video, what I thought I would do is talk about some of the key points Jeff makes in his book. A lot of this may be known to you, but at the time it was new to me. So I'm going to show about 28-30 cards. They're all from the 2018 Bowman Chrome series, or set. And they're refractors, blue, gold, and orange, I'm going to share in this video. So first up, of course, is Mike Trout. I purchased all these cards that you're going to see raw, sent them into BGS to get graded, and you're going to see a mix of grades, even with brand new cards. And what I'm going to do for content is I've just written down some points in Jeff's book, and I'm going to share that with you as we flip through various slides. So away we go. So Mike Trout in a blue refractor. This is one of 150. Next up is another blue refractor, Mookie Betts. Handsome looking cards. So in his book, Jeff talks about the importance of Bowman Chrome. Here we go with a Ronald Acuna, rated a 9. And you'll see it was for surface, got a 9. Corners are 9.5, edges are 10. I didn't realize the importance of surface until I started getting these kind of cards back and got these kind of grades. The 9, it was surprising. How can you get a 9 if it was brand new? Especially on surface. And here's one that I got, with centering. Again, beyond my control. It's an Andahar autograph. So Hwang says that you should buy any set the first 2 to 4 weeks following the initial release of a new card issue. Because on the market, it's prime time for collector investors looking to acquire ungraded cards in order to build a gem mint graded card set. During this time, a flood of new supply is in the market, and it's there for a very short period. He said he believes that baseball cards are like real estate. Owning a baseball card is like owning a given player's collectible cardboard real estate. And he also believes, furthermore, that the biggest gains, when he's done his analysis, are found at the very highest end. And I think we've seen that with prices, particularly over the last 6 months, that some of your prime players, prime cards, highest grades are really shooting up. I thought this was interesting. We're gonna, he said that he notes things like, as a rule of thumb. By the way, on this card, I just want to point out here, you'll see a crack there. That's the way I got it back from BGS. I haven't had any problems with PSA holders, but BGS, sometimes I get these kind of cracks, and it seems like it was maybe put together too harshly. So Hwang believes that you should focus on key cards, and generally in a gem mint, focus on the premium color, which is gold or rarer. He thinks these are the cards that have the pricing power, the multiple expansion, to be good investments over time. Where he comes down on autographs is that he prefers on-card to sticker. Obviously, we hear that, and a lot of people feel that, of course, just obviously. As it relates to prospecting, he is saying that prospecting is not worth it. The very prospects that are the most appealing are usually the most wildly overpriced. He thinks that prospecting is high risky and that the washout rate is very high, and that hot prospects are always prone to bubble kind of behavior. Another comment he makes, again, this might be obvious to many of you veteran collectors, but again, some of these comments are meant for fresh, new investors, people getting into the hobby today, trying to provide some basic advice that I lacked at the onset. He notes that it's exceptionally rare for a retail product, the kind of stuff you're going to pick up at Target or Walmart, to be worth the retail price. I think that may be true in one level, but he neglects to think about how much fun it is just to crack open a pack and the excitement that comes from doing that. That has to be worth something. He also notes that ungraded cards don't fare as well as investments over the long run. We're going to move to orange, Bowman Chrome Orange. These are 1 of 25. Perhaps his biggest point, it's a point that many of you will recognize right away as perhaps an obvious point, is that every player has a key card that stands out above the rest, and the key card is in gem mint condition, tends to benefit from far more multiple expansion than secondary cards. Obviously, it's a rookie card. And through the years, Bowman Chrome prospects and draft autos, particularly the first card of a player, and in the gold, orange, red, and superfractor are, of course, the most expensive. Beautiful looking card, don't you think? So anyway, maybe it's a good book for entry-level folks. I thought it was just very interesting. He seems to be bringing analysis from kind of a Vegas mentality, a lot of references there. It was a fun read. Bryce Harper there. Aaron Judge. Boy, I'll tell you, Aaron Judge cards have really shot up. I've been keeping my eye and thought it was too expensive at $800. His rookie auto. That was probably back in December. I thought $800, $850 was too much, and I can't find anything for double that price now. It's shot up so much. So Lindor. I just think these cards are really handsome in that BGS holder. Colors look great. Display very nicely. One of these days I'm going to get a display case on the wall, and this would just be wonderful to put side by side some of my favorite players. Here's Jose Ramirez. Potential prospect for Rookie of the Year this year. We'll see. Victor Robles. Scherzer's off to a nice start this year. And I think that something I really like about these cards is it's nice to know that you have one of a limited number, particularly in this era of mass production. Kind of interesting. I picked up this Yelich for less than $10. Again, in the first couple weeks after the Bowman Chromes came out last fall. No way I could pick up anything like of Yelich's for this cheap again. And then finally, a Verlander. Well, that was kind of a rapid romp through some of Bowman Chromes, introducing the book. I know a lot of the points are pretty basic, but hopefully there's a nugget in there that's of interest to someone. Perhaps you're intrigued to read the book, and hope you enjoyed taking a look at some of my cards from recent years. Take care, everybody.